Time-based liquidity. Oh my god. Okay. I've been recording, I don't think you know how long, from this video today. I don't know what day it is, but I think it's like September 8th. I've been recording for 6 hours straight. Anyways, let me just sit in this damn chair and get to talking again. Why is Discord notifications going off? Anyways, time-based liquidity, okay? In name, time-based liquidity, it's dealing with kill zones. It's nothing hard, okay? Time-based liquidity is basically the highs and lows of each session. Okay, high of Asia, low of Asia, high of London, low of London. Okay, and even high of New York and low of New York. Okay, it's time-based liquidity, and also internal range liquidity. Remember about that internal range liquidity? Swing highs and swing lows. That's within the actual Asian, London, or New York range. Like this little high here, that could be pretty strong because it's internal range liquidity. Excuse me, I had to burp or whatever. But if you want to amplify time-based liquidity, you can use low resistance liquidity, internal range liquidity, or institutional market structure, which also, amplifies internal range liquidity. So those points in liquidity within Asian, London, New York can be very strong when it comes to price purging them or just using them as a whole. As you see here, pay attention to London. Look at that. Look at London high. It just came above it and then, dumped. So it used that high as momentum or manipulation to head further lower. Simple, right? Came and took out the buy stops and then it said, okay, bye, faggot. We're going down. I wish you can hear me clapping. What I might do is I might just turn off my mic suppressor or my noise suppressor in the background so you can actually hear all the noises in the background. But, I'll think about it. But time-based liquidity, very, very simple concept. Highs and lows of each session or highs and lows within sessions, low resistance liquidity within sessions, as in Asian, London, or New York. Whenever price comes to those liquidity points, you can expect price to either push through them, you can use them as a target, or you can use it as price manipulation. As seen here, price comes up to the London session, right? The London session high. It takes out the Asian low and the London low, it immediately spikes up into the London high and then manipulates, okay? So the first manipulation was right here. This is the first purge, right? Remember, there's always a purge before a move. Remember that. So you purge Asian low and London low using this time-based liquidity, also these strong points of liquidity, if you want to call it that. These strong points of liquidity within these kill zones. It uses, right? And then it barely goes anywhere below it. Look at that body close, man. Look at that body close right at the Asian low. Look at that close right above it. Amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. And what do we do next? Non-farm payrolls came out and absolutely smashed all the buy stop hours up here, and immediately just ran lower. Look at that. It's just gone. Absolutely amazing, So let's look back on this some more. Okay, here Judah swing formed. I think. Well, yeah, the Judah swing did form. Came and took out the Asian low. Okay, I'm sure on like the 5 minute or 3 minute there was some setup down here because it looks like there's some sort of break of structure. I'm sure you can see it. Your eyes can probably see it, or maybe not. I'm not sure, but there is a setup down here. But see how it took out the Asian low? Use that important point of liquidity here, or those relative equal lows, or that's really a pool of liquidity. This is a pool of liquidity right here. It comes below it. That pool of liquidity amplifies it being within the kill zone itself, and then whatever price comes down there, it uses that point as momentum, and it forms the setup right before the explosive move down here. And if you look, the explosive move was pretty juicy. So if you would have caught that, that would have been a pretty nice move. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that would have been let's see, from like down here, all the way from, that would have been, boy, that would have been pretty good. 2,000 points, that's pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, see here, price comes down into the Asian low or this liquidity pool, amplifying the fact that it's within a kill zone, right? And it's the low of the kill zone. Okay, so you have to understand liquidity as itself. Liquidity expands into a wide range of different concepts or different variety of concepts, right? You have liquidity pools, institutional market structure, which create different points of liquidity and different types of liquidity. Then you have internal and external range liquidity. Then you have time-based liquidity, which is this. Time-based liquidity is like an amplified version of regular swing highs and swing lows, but they just form within the kill zones. Then if you have a liquidity pool, that is a low, for example here, it is a low of the Asian session, and it's a liquidity pool. So that just amplifies it twice because it's in the kill zone, and it's a liquidity pool. So this is a high probability area where you could take buys. Then you have low resistance from this low to that high again. So that's a third amplification, right? Look at that. It shows it, and it shows that it was an amplification because look, crazy move, amazing move, right? Look at that. Pretty amazing, huh? I think so. I think so. You know what I'm saying? I think so. Look at that. Asian high, London high. Just chilling there, right? Just chilling there. London uses the Asian low to completely run through it in the previous New York low. Down here. London uses the Asian low and the previous New York low in order to come back during New York into London's high and Asia's high. Look at that. And it barely goes past it. It just comes right to it and really like stays there. It doesn't like shoot past it. And then the model formed here. Cunning Catalyst, if you watch the Trifecta's Arcana, I recommend you should because it's a pretty overpowered model. Pretty simple. It's nothing hard. It's not like using 20 million things at once. It's, pretty simple. Just accumulations and consolidations. That's it. But you could use the model as your entry model or as your entry for your trade. And you could have targeted the London highs. Boom, bam, pop. There's your trade right there. Just using time-based liquidity and understanding how liquidity works when it comes to the kill zones. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Here again. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. London kicks in right here. What do? We take out the Asian high in the previous New York session. Look at that. Wow. And we do it. We don't do it, I won't say aggressively, because aggressively would be something like this with a bunch of array gaps. We take our time doing it, I guess you could say. We efficiently do it. We do it fast, but we take our time doing it to where we won't move too slow when it comes to price action. That's what price does here. We create fair value gaps, but we do come back and rebalance them as we're heading upwards. Because just 1, 2, and 3. See, and then it comes right back down and refills them. So it used Asian high and the previous New York session high to manipulate back down. And if you watch the Judah swing video, it created a setup here. Created a setup here right before New York kicked in. So this is a Judah swing right here. This is the Judah swing setup. It created a setup right here. So it could continue during New York a run past London's low and Asia's low. Like I said, a run is pushing past a swing. What did it do? It pushed past it, didn't it? It did. And you can get out whenever there's a displacement. Simple, right? Very, very easy. Nothing hard at all. Another example. Come on, let's do this. That was kind of consolidating. I don't like it. A little consolidation day. But it is what it is. Alright, so look at this. Okay. Asia high, Asia low. Uh-oh. Right when the Judah swing time frame came in, what do we do? Took out the Asian low down there. See that? Asian low purged. Then, during London, around here we had our setup. Around here is your setup here for the Judah swing. Bam! Into Asia high. Okay, so it uses the Asia low as an important liquidity level. So be like, okay, we're going to take out the Asia low since we're so close to it. And then we're going to take our Judah swing formation and, higher right here. That's what it did. It came down into Asia. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to yap real quick. It came down into Asia. Setup formed around here. I'm sure it did. Probably around right within this vicinity here. Pushed up into Asia during London. And if you were trading London, that could have been your setup, your buy. And then during New York, right before New York starts, you can expect a sell program because what happened during Asia and London, or really mainly London, because we use the Asia low to manipulate back into the Asia high to eventually drop back below the London low, which is an important liquidity. Like I said, a run. When I say run, I mean run below liquidity. A run, not a purge. A run and the low is completely different. A run and purge is completely different. Two totally different things. Okay, very, very, very simple. Very, very simple. Nothing hard enough. Nothing hard at all. You know what I'm saying? Nothing hard. But time-based liquidity. Okay, all it is basically just liquidity that forms within a kill zone or the highs and lows of a certain kill zone. It's time-based liquidity. Like I said, you can use other concepts of liquidity to amplify it, like low resistance. If it's low resistance liquidity, like if it's a liquidity pool. check institutional market structure to see what type of swing it is, and then there's still a whole bunch more. Honestly, it's not just that, but I can't pull it from the back of my compendium or my brain right now. But honestly, that's time-based liquidity. I'm not gonna make this video too long. Use this to your advantage, and yeah, I'll be in this video here, and okay, let me end this video. Peace.